Welcome back to Money's Funko Pops. I'm Justin, and today we're going to be talking about the third day of reveals for Funko at New York Comic Con 2019. And let me tell you, there was a lot of good stuff in here that I cannot wait to talk about. So in case you guys haven't already seen it, I've already posted a day 1 and a day 2 reaction video. So if you haven't checked those out, guys, I'll make sure I link them in the description down below. I've said it in every video so far that this New York Comic Con is one of the best ones that we've had in a very long time. And one last thing before we get started, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. This way you don't miss out on any of the stuff that I post. I believe there's going to be more reveals for this con, which I will do more reactions for. So if you haven't already, you want to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything that I'm posting on the channel. Now, the first reveal for the day is a Freddie Funko vinyl, which is limited to 1,000 pieces, and it'll be exclusive to Toy Tokyo. I'm going to breeze right over this one because I do not know what I am looking at, and I do not know what this thing is. So if you know what it is, if you know where this comes from, make sure you leave a comment down below. I don't know what's going on with this thing, so let me know down in the comments what this is and what you think of it. So while this NYCC is absolutely much better than STCC this past summer, there are some similarities, and the Rick and Morty reveal is definitely one of those similarities. So just like San Diego Comic-Con this past summer, we're getting a Rick and Morty reveal for 2 characters, and they have them all grayed out. You don't know what they're going to be. So these 2 are presumably going to be based on the new season of Rick and Morty, which airs later this year, I believe. I do have a few Rick and Morty pops, but I'm a very casual fan of the show. I have a couple of friends who are like diehards for it, and I really don't follow it too close. So I know that season is coming soon. I'll put the date down here for you so you know when that's going to air. But these 2 characters are coming from that season, and they don't want to spoil it, but it doesn't make that much sense because if they're going to come out before the season comes out anyway, then what's the difference if you gray it out or not? We're going to see it eventually, right? So one thing that Funko is doing very well with this con is they're going back and they're visiting all of these older movies that came out over 20, 30 years ago, like Killer Clowns from Outer Space and 2001: A Space Odyssey. And now we're getting another one of those movies getting some representation, and that is The Warriors. And we're getting one of the Baseball Furies, who's just simply called Baseball Fury. This is a movie from 1979, and I saw a few people were super excited about this. I saw one comment that was like, you know, me and the 3 other people who know this movie are going to be super hyped about it. But I think that's actually really important because by going back and doing all of these older movies, they're catering to a more older Funko audience. And not to mention, movies like this and Killer Clowns from Outer Space don't have a lot of merchandise nowadays. So this gives people who like these movies the opportunity to get a piece of merchandise from a part of their childhood or from just a movie that they enjoy that they normally can't get outside of these Funko figures. And why does he look like Gene Simmons from Kiss? Can we talk about that really quick? He looks like a member of Kiss. So next up, we get to our video games reveal. And again, the video games wave for every con is always super small. So let's start with the lame one first. We have the glow-in-the-dark Voyager from Fortnite. And this is another San Diego Comic-Con symptom. So it's the same exact idea that they did for San Diego Comic-Con. They took a common pop, they put some glow-in-the-dark paint on it, and they called it a day. So, but when it comes to these glow-in-the-dark Fortnite pops, I don't understand it. I don't get why they're doing glow variants of these characters and the Loot Llama who doesn't even glow in the game when there are so many other skins that they could be doing. Like Durr Burger, so many people would be excited to get a Durr Burger skin with them having already done Tomato Head. And the only reason I have this is because it glows in the dark. I'm a sucker for glow-in-the-dark pops, and Funko keeps pulling me back in with these stupid variants, I'm telling you. Alright, so Borderlands. My exposure with Borderlands has been because of Fortnite recently. For those of you who don't know, Fortnite has had Pandora available as part of the map. They took out a part that fans call Mexico and replaced it with Pandora. So now we're going to get into a pop that I'm actually very interested to see what it looks like in person. We're getting the Butt Stallion from Borderlands, which is going to look either really, really nice in person, or it's going to look like a cheap McDonald's toy in person, and I'm not sure what side of the fence we're going to land on for that. A lot of Borderlands fans were super excited about this getting announced, and Borderlands deserves the representation. This pop looks very nice in the glam, but it might not transition well in person. And like I said, it's either going to look very nice and very crystal clear, or it's going to look very foggy and hazy like a cheap McDonald's toy. I would say that both of these video game exclusives are going to go to GameStop because that would make the most amount of sense. But with the Loot Llama going to Walmart this past summer, it's anything goes. Can I get an amen for Cabbage Man from Avatar: The Last Airbender? This is the pop. This is a game changer. This is pop of the year. This is the top of my Funko want list for New York Comic Con. Avatar was one of my favorite shows growing up. It's still one of my favorite shows of all time. And Cabbage Man is just so funny. And they didn't just give us Cabbage Man. We're getting Cabbage Man and his cabbage cart, which is awesome. We're getting a 2-pack of cabbages. This is fantastic. Funko, bravo, great job. This is great. And as if continuing on Nickelodeon cartoons wasn't enough, they dropped the Samurai Jack bomb on us, and we're getting an Aku and Samurai Jack 2-pack. We've been like on the brim of getting Cartoon Network cartoon pops for a while now, and I mean like the era of Ed, Edd n Eddy, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Dexter's Laboratory. Samurai Jack here is a great sign that we're going to be getting all of these cartoons very soon because they were all around the same era. As far as Samurai Jack actually goes, him and Aku, they both look fantastic. They transition so well in the pops. A part of me wishes that they did Aku as an individual 6-inch, but you know what? I'm not going to complain because we're getting it. So do you guys pronounce it Daria or Daria? I've known 2 people with the same name. One pronounces it Daria, one pronounces it Daria. I don't know anything about Beavis and Butthead or Daria, but I know that Daria was a frequent character in Beavis and Butthead. So to continue our TV reveals here, we are getting Dwight with the Dwight bobblehead. Everybody was asking for these Office Pops forever. Now they are just throwing them at you guys. And my girlfriend is going to 100% this Office set. I showed her this picture and she started freaking out because of how excited she was for it. This is probably an unpopular opinion, but personally, I don't understand why this is such a big deal. We have had so many Dwight variants. I mean, we have the common Dwight, Belschnickel Dwight, Elf Dwight, Walmart exclusive Hey King Dwight, Target exclusive blonde hair Dwight, and now we're getting the New York Comic-Con bobblehead Dwight. And then for Jim, you have the Comet Jim, the Chase Jim, the 3-hole punch Jim, the Golden Face Jim, and then you have Jim as Dwight, which is like right in the middle. You're doing so many of these variants of these 2 characters rather than doing Kelly and Angela and Stanley and Holly and all these other characters that would look very nice as pops to give you the entire roster. God forbid they lose the license like they did with Parks and Rec. And I know that that is an unpopular opinion because of how much everybody loves Jim and Dwight, but all that I'm saying is that it would have been nice for that leak with Kelly Kapoor to have been real and maybe given us bobblehead Dwight and Kelly Kapoor. This way you get a new character and a variant of a beloved character. And if you guys agree or disagree with me, I would love to have a discussion with you down in the comments. Do you guys like all of these Jim and Dwight exclusives they're doing for The Office? Or would you guys rather than do more of the characters from the show? And the last reveal of the day goes to another lazy color variant, but with the amount of awesome things that we've gotten today, I don't think anybody can be too upset that we're getting a color cop-out, and that is the Biohazard Wrecking Ball. This was a 6-inch pop that was a part of the most recent Overwatch wave, and now we are getting a color variation of it as a New York Comic Con exclusive. This New York Comic Con pop is also going to be 6 inches, and it is going to be most likely shared with GameStop, as all Overwatch pops in the past have been. Make sure you guys let me know down in the comments which one of these reveals today is your absolute favorite. Do you have a pop like Cabbage Man is to me, one that you absolutely need to have? I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content. Welcome to Money's Funko Pops, a YouTube page devoted to all things Funko. From covering events like San Diego Comic-Con to going out and doing random hunts just to see what I can find. I post relevant content to what's going on in the Funko community. There's something for everybody here at Money's Funko Pops. Subscribe to stay updated.